Good afternoon. My name is Carolina. Welcome to State Adventures. I'm here to tell you all about this wonderful trip that Amy and I have been building for you for Peru. There's so many details, there's so many ways to enjoy the Amazon. Let me show you what we recommend and where we can start. I'm going to share my screen and you'll be able to see the PDF that we will share with you as well so you can go through it together. But this will kind of give you some background of how everything works. So the trip is for August of 2027. So over a year from now, I'm so happy that for a possible group, you're planning ahead because June, July, August are peak season in Peru. Just to give you an idea, for this summer, we have sold out permits to Machu Picchu months ago. It's sold out. There's no more. So it's really nice that you're planning ahead. It gives us a lot more flexibility in what to include. So I know you want to include the Amazon jungle and of course Machu Picchu, and you sound like really active, lovely travelers. So I have so many ideas for you to enjoy here and keep the trip comfortable, see all the cultural sites, but really keep a good pace. So let me know if the trip is too long, if you want to add other parts, but I'm going to show you how everything is. So day one, you're going to fly into Lima. It's the international airport, and we're going to stay there for 2 nights. I chose a hotel in Miraflores, which is on the ocean, beautiful views. It's like a 4 or 5 star property, the Suma. Great location, great place to unwind. They have a spa, so you can really kind of begin your vacation here. This is your only place where you're going to be at sea level besides the Amazon, so it's a nice start off. And Lima is known for its food. So that first day you're going to arrive, we're going to pick you up, private car, private guide, take you to the hotel, rest. And the second day, we're going to show you the highlights of Lima. So first, we're going to start with, the traditional tour, go to the museum, go to the main square, see the cathedral, have a beautiful lunch inside the museum, have some pisco sours. And then in the afternoon, with the sunset, we're going to do a gourmet tour of Lima. So continuing visiting the sites, like going to the ruins, but we're going to have snacks there and we're going to see sunset and maybe learn how to make a pisco sour. So the idea is to combine highlights of Lima, culinary scene of Lima, and show you just what kind of like a day as a local in the city. So it's a great way to experience the city, but if this seems too long, too much, maybe we can do just the historical tour or just the foodie tour. You let me know your thoughts. But usually day two, everybody has a lot of energy and loves this full day. And after that, we say goodbye to Lima and we fly to the Amazon. So the Amazon in Peru is split between Iquitos in the north and Puerto Maldonado in the east. And so all of the cruises leave from Iquitos, and in Puerto Maldonado, it's usually guests who are going to stay in a lodge. So out of Iquitos, we have an array of wonderful cruises, and I'm going to show you two today. One that is a larger boat. I believe they hold 32 people. So there's plenty of cabins. There's upper deck and lower deck. The upper decks are nicer, spacious, have beautiful, floor to ceiling glass. So that is what I've included for you. If you want a tad cheaper cabins, we can go to the lower deck. Really, the experience is very similar. So you just let me know. It is a 4 night cruise, and there is an option to do a 3 night as well. So again, if the trip is too long, if we're over budget, we can go down to a 3 night. Personally, telling you from a person who travels to the Amazon at least once a year, it's one of my favorite places. I love the rainforest. I love the jungle. So I try to go on every boat, on every lodge. I try to take my family and do all the excursions. 3 nights is okay, because it gives you 2 full days to explore. But if you have the time for 4 nights, you definitely will not regret it. It's a wonderful experience. Why a cruise versus a lodge? The cruise allows you to see the jungle not only from those little tributaries and dark, canopy ways, but also with sunlight, with sunsets and sunrises, and lots of beautiful light on the river and life on the river. The cruise allows you to have air conditioning, so you rough it by day on excursions and you come back to absolute comfort. There's a spa on board. There's all sorts of amenities on board. The cruise also allows you to avoid as much as mosquitoes as possible because it's always moving. So the breeze is making mosquitoes pretty much non-existent unless you're out on a hike and ththings like that. So those are the top 3 reasons why a cruise really makes sense, especially if it's your first time in the Amazon. It's the best of both worlds. Because it does give that light distinction is absolutely phenomenal. To be able to go into the jungle, into that dark canopy, but then spend sunrises on the boat and watching the light is so beautiful. So what does a cruise look like? You're going to be there for 4 nights. So all your meals are on board and you're sleeping on board, but every day you're getting off. You're going to go kayaking. You can go swimming. You can go fishing for piranhas right after you go swimming. You can visit indigenous communities. You will go on plenty of hikes, hanging bridges, go see the bird life, monkeys, all kinds of wildlife. Nothing is guaranteed and nothing is kind of pre-planned. The guides are all local. They are fantastic in the jungle to spot and kind of discover everything for you or with you. But you never know if you're going to be holding an anaconda tomorrow that they have fished out, or if you're going to, go playing soccer with the local community. So really, really wonderful itinerary. They kind of base it on water levels, the amount of rain, your abilities as well. But there will be, 30 plus people on board. So, everybody travels together. They'll just split the groups probably in about groups of 8 or so. So really, really great experience to do the Amazon. It's sea level, so you feel great. It is quite humid in the Amazon. So after we leave the jungle and go to Sacred Valley, we're going to spend 3 nights in the Sacred Valley. So what does that look like? We're going to fly from Iquitos back to Lima, change planes, fly to Cusco. It's about an hour flight. And then we start to acclimate. This is high altitude. This is the Andes. So we don't want to stay in Cusco, which is our highest point on the trip. We're going to whisk you away and take you to Sacred Valley, where it's 2,000 meters or 2,000 feet lower. And that really helps you breathe easier, feel better. And we're going to spend 3 nights there because you're most likely not going to get to your hotel till dinner time. So that first day is just an arrival. And you really should have 2 full days in the valley. The valley is kind of like a countryside between Cusco and Machu Picchu. So we're already going towards the right place. And it is a hub for markets, indigenous communities, ruins, all kinds of Inca sites. So 2 full days will really allow you to see all of those highlights. So the first day is arrival. We'll have a lovely dinner and stay at one of these beautiful lodges. This is one of them, Inca Terra, surrounded by mountains, lovely amenities, like all the colors and the wood of Sacred Valley is pulled right into the room. So it's a really nice retreat. Just a heads up, this is where you can probably do laundry after the Amazon, on kind of refresh. And spend some time actually relaxing, because the Amazon, although it is a cruise and it's laid back, you're going to be getting off, you're going to be hiking, you're going to be wearing muddy boots. It's a lot of adventures. So this is a place where you can kind of say, like I can relax a little bit right in the middle of the trip. This is day 8, and this is where most people start getting a little tired. They need a little break. So we do the tours, not these full 12-hour excursions, but break up the sites to give you some of the highlights like Ollantaytambo, famous ruins, and mix it with some cultural off the beaten path place like Misminay, which is a local community that we sponsor, super remote. A wonderful Pachamanca ceremony will be done for you. You'll have lunch there and so forth. That brings me to tell you that BLD on every day stands for the meals that are included. So pretty much a lot of the itinerary includes everything you need. When you're out in a remote place, you're going to wind up eating in the hotel. So I usually do the full, half board for you there. And when we're out and about on excursions, then we arrange beautiful lunches for you. And then the following and our last day in Sacred Valley, again, not a full 12-hour day, maybe 6 hours, where we're going to discover Maras and Marai, which is the Inca's laboratories and salt mines still worked on by the local communities, and Chinchero, which is a very colorful town known for its market. So it's a great place to kind of walk around, do a little shopping, because we're almost coming to the end of the trip. So that is our 3 nights in the Sacred Valley. And now we're really mentally preparing for our hike to Machu Picchu. So day 10, August 17th, we're going to do a private 1-day Inca Trail. So the Inca Trail is the famous way to get to Machu Picchu. It's 4 days of hiking, but we're not going to do 4 days. We're only going to do the 4th day. So how it looks is that you get on a train in the morning and you ride to kilometer 104. We jump off with our guide when the train stops there for us, and we begin hiking. It takes about 6 hours. I've done it just last summer. It's a stunning, amazing, pretty challenging hike, because between the altitude and it's sunny and it's, up and down on a mountain, but it's so worth it, so beautiful. And it is the only way to be able to walk into Machu Picchu on foot like the Incas. So I highly recommend it. Now, for those who don't want to hike, they actually just stay on that train and go all the way to the ruins by train. Once you get to Machu Picchu, you check into your hotel, which is the Sanctuary Lodge, which is literally at the gate of the ruins. So it's a great location. It is one of those historical once in a lifetime stays here. But if we are over budget, I have other hotels in the village that will help you bring that price down. So just let me know where we stand. By staying here, it means you're not going up and down in a little shuttle bus between the ruins and the village. It's a 35-minute ride. And by staying here, you wake up in the morning and you walk right into the ruins. So it's worth it if you want that experience. But if you stay in the village, do not worry. We take care of all the details and logistics for you, so you don't have to worry about it anyway. So I have other options in my back pocket if we need them. But just in case I didn't touch on that. Everything on this itinerary is taken care of. So your internal flights to the Amazon and back, all your permits, your train tickets, any ID cards that you need, all of those things we take care of in advance so that we have those permits to climb Machu Picchu. We have those permits to return for sunrise the next morning. We have the train tickets and things like that because all of those things sell out for summer months. So after a beautiful night at the Sanctuary Lodge, we wake up in the morning and we return on foot to the ruins for sunrise, for a beautiful tour of the ruins. And for anyone who wants to hike, they can hike up to Huayna Picchu, they can hike to Uchi Picchu. There's some wonderful trails. Before we have lunch, go back to the village in the afternoon and board a beautiful 2.5 hour train ride. It's a dinner train ride. So you get served white glove service on board. And finally reach our final destination, which is Cusco. In Cusco, we stay at the palace, the Palacio del Inca, great property. And I've included 3 nights here for you, which overall will wrap the trip up for 2 weeks. So 3 nights in Cusco will look like the first night we arrive quite late, probably 9 o'clock or so, or maybe a little bit later, and we go to sleep. The second day, we let you sleep in because it's pretty much the first day you're going to be able to. And then we'll show you the highlights of Cusco. We're going to see the main square, the cathedral, the museums. We're going to go to Coricancho Temple, and then we'll go to Sacsayhuaman ruins outside. And then we'll do a fun running around the city. It's not a foodie tour, but it's more of a cocktail or mocktail tour where a local chef will take you around and show you a few restaurants, and you will taste our way along the way as well, of course. And then that last day, August 20th, I left free. So if you want to sleep in, go to the spa, you want to go shopping, you want to people watch in a square and have a beautiful tea or a cocktail overlooking in the balconies there. All of that is such a big part of Cusco. It's a great cobblestone city, great for exploring, very safe, walker friendly. And then tonight, I'm going to take you to a local museum that at 6 p.m. it closes and opens to us for dinner, which is beautifully set up in there. One of the best dinners I've had in Peru was here at the Map Cafe. But if this day feels empty and you want something arranged, we can take you to markets for some souvenir shopping or cultural photography tour. If you're active, we can go to Rainbow Mountain. It is a long hike and it is a long day, but it's possible we can do it on this day. So there's plenty to see and do. Just let me know what your interests are. If you have artists in your group, we can do a little artistry workshop with a local artisan. So there's so many different things in Cusco. Cooking classes on a rooftop. Fun. All these wonderful things exist here. I've been traveling to Peru for the last 20 years. I've been probably 7 or 8 times myself. So I'm here to help you organize it. And then day 14, we take you to the airport, fly you to Lima, and here you take your international flight home. So I am sending you pricing for Aquanera, which is this. But if you want, I have an option, which I will share with you as well, of the Delphine One. Delphine One is another luxury cruise down the Amazon, also 4 nights, also from Iquitos, but it is small. It only has 4 cabins. So if you have a group of 8 people, you can charter the whole boat, 4 beautiful cabins, all for yourself, your own guide, your own staff, your own chef, It's just a wonderful experience. I've been on it with a little group myself, and I highly recommend it if you do have 8 people. But if you don't have 8 people, or if you like the idea of being on a larger boat with other travelers, by all means, Aquanera is the way to go. So I'm looking forward to your thoughts. Please let me know what I can change to make the trip your own. I'm here to help. Thanks for listening and happy travels.